Hello guys, good morning. So this is what I ended up doing yesterday. I think the colors will show up a little bit better because it's daylight. I have gone over my channel and my phone and everything and realized I have completely missed to film a day. And it's not the 26th, as you might think, because yesterday I filmed and I thought it was the 25th to 5. But it turns out yesterday was 26th. I did not film on the 25th at all. I know I crafted, but somehow I forgot to film. So, yeah, today, right now, we're doing 2 days. So we're doing Declutter for day 26 and 27, because it's the 27th today. I have no idea where 25th went. I have no idea what I did. I just know I did stuff, okay? Just gonna have a sip of coffee. Good morning. And I slept so late today. I have a cold coming on. I think you can hear it. So I slept like a log. So this is 26th. And I was like, what is this? Because I put it right next here. And somehow it didn't connect. So 26th is just a whole bunch of stickers. And I've been cutting out from a sticker book that I have, and I've been cutting off stuff that I don't, doesn't really do it for me. So it's a ton of these, and like I said, 5 stickers count as one decluttered item because I have so much of them. And I've been sorting out the other stickers that I want to keep, so I'm kind of organizing them, and so it's gonna be more for the 27th. So here we have, just look at that one. What? But it's kind of cute. But it's ugly, but it's kind of cute also. So, yeah, I don't know. Put the paints away. Let me see there. And now we're doing the 27th. Because I have been in the craft room, this not storage room this morning. And part of the raspy voice is also dust. Because I am... So, sticker 1, 2, 3, 4. We have more of these. I'm counting them as one. Should I maybe? Yeah. Let's do 5 for one. Because I don't know what I have here in the box. Because I just threw stuff in my box here. We had 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we'll have more. Well, we're counting that. And we also have a very disgusting sponge that are completely crumbling. It's completely disgusting. And I'm throwing it away right away. I'm not even keeping that for the thumbnail. Nothing. Empty or dried out. I'm not sure. Come on. Oh, these were so hard to grab. Oh, they're falling over. Probably gonna be more stickers tomorrow because I'm not done with the ones I have. So I have a lot of these that I'm not too fond of, and I want to make room in my little pouch for ones that I want, because I need new trees. I want more, nature themed, because that's basically what I use. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we need 7 more. And I have 1 more of these. And I have stickers. So we have 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. What else do we have? Yeah. And it's gonna be more because I still have like this much left to go through in the book that I haven't cut out and sorted yet. So I realize, and I'm keeping more than I'm like decluttering. So I have a lot of stickers. I need to use more, but I'm also kind of happy because this one I used a lot. Look, this one's almost empty. So I'm gonna reorganize my stickers. Also, for tomorrow, I need to go over my paints. And I think I'm going to do that this afternoon, but it's going to be in tomorrow's declutter. Because now that I'm using paints, I want fresh paint. It's very annoying to grab a paint thingy. And it's you can't squeeze it. You can't squeeze it. So, I lost drop on the floor. There we go. And we're putting... I'm going to... let me just go put this away for a while. I also went and got my mail. I haven't picked up my mail. My mail has been in the mailbox for the entire week. I know I did empty on Monday. Now I have Thursday, and I just emptied out. So this one I flipped through. These I haven't looked at yet. So I have bought some paper dolls. And yes, I know I'm broke. I shouldn't be buying stuff. I'm not 100% broke, but I need the money for, you know, food and bills. Not buying this stuff. So here we have her, and she has got some clothes. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. That's so cute. Yes. And this one says, I am an angel, but in Swedish, jag är en ängel. That's cute. Do we have pants for that? Yes, we do have some pants for that. Oh, that's so cute. That's cute. Okay. What's this? Oh, she can change her hair. And she can have another dress. Oh, this is cute. And she can have a hat that you just put on like so. Oh, okay. And she can hold a little bunny. And we have some winter clothes here. Ooh, this is so cute. We need to make some paper dolls, guys. We need to make some. I remember making some, you know, I kind of made a little body, and sometimes I cut out the face, and sometimes I used carbon paper and like draw a face. And this paper clip is so rusty. I'm gonna put that in like metal. Oh, I've been going through my paper clips too, and I completely forgot to... I took away some that was really rusty, because they get very stuck on papers. I like the faux rusty one, the ones that are painted to look rusty. I like those, but the ones that truly is rusty, like this guy, they get stuck in the paper. But I do like, actually, maybe I'll keep it, because I do like the kind of marks that it gives on old papers. And you can get them to make those marks if you kind of wet them a little bit. Guys, the sun is shining, and I haven't been outside in days. Here's another one. Oh, this one has little toys. Do you see that? Little toys too. Let's see what she looks like. Just where's the opening there? Let's see. I want to see what she looks like. Oh, we have several. Oh, the head is falling off. Need to glue something on the back so the heads are falling off. Oh no, the heads are falling. How? That's kind of no, sorry. And here we have a little baby with some clothes. And you're a little baby. Little baby. Yes, little baby. And we have here, these are just some random clothes and a hairbrush. Okay, so these are just some random stuff. These we can do something with. Okay, so this is Gunilla. Apparently she is called Gunilla. And maybe these are, you know, what people owned. Maybe the owner's name, because no, this is Anne, 3 years, or Anne in English. Yeah, that one. Look at that face. I don't know. It's kind of it's a bit Yoda, isn't it? It's a little bit Yoda. I don't know. And then we have Ella. And here we have Christer Berg. And we have Per Ek. I think these are Ann-Kristin Ek. Okay. Okay, so we have some paper dolls. I can work with that. That's fun. This one is a bit bigger than the normal size journals that I make. Okay. Oh, I have some other things I'm gonna declutter tomorrow, and I think you're gonna like it. I think you're really gonna like it. This I bought because I was just looking for like flowers or floral or forest on Tradera, the secondhand. Tradera is like eBay, but it's Swedish. Oh, I need some coffee. Right now, I don't know if it's allergies or if it is the cold, because it feels kind of the same way. Anyway, so this one had the game card, how to play this game. So it has the rules here. But basically, you need to get 4 in each section. So this is section 1. It's in the forest, and you need to get all these 4 cards. I bought them because they are floral. They are about flowers. So we can check. This is for section 2, and there's those 4 cards. And the one that are kind of pink, that's the one that you have. So this is T-bust, and yeah, some of these doesn't grow wild up here in the north of Sweden, but it does. This is my favorite flower of all time. It is Styvmorsviol. It's a type of violet that has like yellow in it, and I love this one. I have some in my lawn, so sometimes I just let my lawn grow tall so they will seed. And people get so annoyed when I keep my lawn long, and I'm like, no, I'm keeping the flowers. I'm keeping the flowers. Plus, I have a lot of white clover, and the bees and wasps and stuff, they love that. So I'm keeping. So this is number 3. That is number 5. That is number 3. And these are so pretty. Look at these cards. They are so pretty. I'm going to zoom in a bit more instead of just lifting it up, because I feel it's better light down here. So that's number 3. Oh, this one. This is also one of my favorite flowers. These do not grow wild up here. They do grow wild down south where I'm from. But I do have some in my flower bed. They're not doing great, but they are surviving. My dad and me have that in common. We both like those lily of the valley in English. Liljekonvalj in Swedish. Lily of the valley in English. And with this one's there, and this one is number 6. And I'm kind of sorting. We don't have one of those yet. Okay, this is quite a few of these. So let's see if we have the full set. I'm not sure. Oh, these are also beautiful. This is also a type of violet, and these are complete violet. They don't have any other color except for that little center. Those are really beautiful too, and I love them. Where do we have these? And these. I mean, look at that. That's a pretty picture. That is such a pretty. And all the backgrounds look like this. They're pretty too. They're so pretty. So I'm going to sort this. Hang on. It is actually complete, but I noticed something. There's a lot of these that doesn't grow wild here. And I also, what is this in English? Young, heather, right? Heather, I think these are called. They grow wild up here. These images are so cute. They're so cute. And now I sorted them so you can kind of see they're number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, because they're purple. And this is by the pond. So each of one of these are where they grow. So these grow by the pond. These grow out on the moor. These grow in the forest. And violets, yay! And color. I don't think we have this one wild up here at all. And this, yeah, a lot of them we can have in the garden, but they don't grow wild up here because I'm very far north. I'm above the Arctic Circle, and I'm actually above something called the growth line too. Yeah, stuff grow here. I think you've seen when I showed a little bit what it's like outside. I've been sitting outside crafting. I've been using plants and stuff. But we do have a bit of a different flora and fauna than they have in the south of Sweden. It's not exactly the same. These are so pretty. But since it is complete and I do have the rules here, I don't know if I can make myself craft with these. I might want to keep this one and see if I can find another one that I can use for my crafting. And it's kind of in German in the back. These are so pretty. It's so pretty. Anyway, let's go back to what we are doing today. And I'm going to zoom out a bit because we are very close, very close, very close. So we're going to put this guy together. I did varnish him. But I am debating. I'm debating on what's the inside. I mean, either I have this as the outside cover, or I have it. This is the outside cover. Yeah. Let's do the other things first, and we do that last. Anyway, so I was talking about how we're gonna use napkins, fine liners, and all of the stuff. So I've been preparing. So this is made from scraps. I taken a piece of I ironed some packaging paper that got in package and just rolled it up, and then I have cut it down in like smaller pieces. So I'm thinking these will be great as to cut down to tags, to have as pockets, to have as belly bands, all of that stuff. And some of them I'm probably gonna go in and add fabric and stuff, but I want to go over some techniques. That's why I did the oh, reaching behind me. My back is not doing great today. I need a new bed. So I did this, but I feel it's kind of too big. We're going off screen and everything. So instead of doing this right now, we are doing it on this because I can zoom in and I can show you, and we can do a lot more stuff on a single piece of thing. So we are gonna play with paints today. We are gonna play with fine liners, and I started to prep this and was gonna film it last night, but I was too tired. So first off, if you have some scraps and you can glue them onto packaging paper or an old book page or whatever you choose, you can go in and use the napkin like template if you want. So like here, we can change the color, we can completely repaint this, but we can use the napkin as a guide, kind of like we did with this yesterday. And I'm gonna zoom in. I think we're gonna need a little bit more light. It is sunshine and light outside, but for some reason it feels a bit dark in here. I don't know why. So I'm gonna grab these and hope they haven't dried too much overnight, because I feel like I'm sometimes wasting paint. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna grab a paintbrush. Let's see if this one works. Again, if you want a sharper tip on your paintbrush and it's kind of floofy like this, depending on what paint you're using, you can put paint on it and then you roll it like that, and you have a sharper point. This paintbrush does not want to sharpen up. It's messed up in here, and it's very floofy. So I'm not gonna keep that one. So we're getting another one for declutter. That one's leaving. This one I think will be okay. I'm just gonna wet it a bit. There we go. And I'm gonna put some paint on it, and we swirl, and then you have a pointier paintbrush. It's a bit too wet. The paintbrush itself is a bit too wet. I want thicker colors. There we go. And let's see. So we are in frame. Let's zoom in a bit. So I'm just going to go in with purple for this one. And I'm just going to paint over the whole thing. This is why I love acrylics, because you can just paint over everything. And I'm not too worried about going outside here, because I'm going to make a little new edge to the wing. And we're painting, and we're painting, and we're painting. Now I can completely change the color. I can make this butterfly red or blue or like green or, you know, any color. As long as you have, sometimes you need to go over it twice. Sometimes it's okay with just one time. I don't know. I feel like it's still could be my screen too. I don't know yet. I have a paintbrush in my mouth. There we go. I'm gonna add this. Ooh, I don't like this, the look of that. Maybe we do this. Oh, I don't know. It feels darker for me for some reason. Turn on the lights and it goes darker, but it can be the screen. I don't know yet. So you can see here this wing has some yellow there, but I'm gonna skip that. We're painting over it. We're just using this as a kind of a guide to start. And we're gonna use some more, I'm shading myself. Maybe like that? I don't know. I don't know. Lighting is my battle, my constant battle on this channel. And I'm painting it purple. And we're gonna go over a few other things that you can do. And you can do this with watercolor too, but then it's not as opaque as acrylics. So you will still see some of the stuff behind it. The colors, some of the details will shine through. With this one, I can completely change it if I want to. But I get kind of a guideline, so I want to make this butterfly a bit floofy. So I'm going to go over, kind of just floof it up a little bit. Because why not? And then we're going to go in and I want to do a little bit more floofage here. Here, and then do a little bit more floof. And there we go, something like that. I need to move my water because now the lamp is in the way. I need to change my waters today too. I don't change my waters every day depending on how much I paint, but you know. There, and now I want to make the body of it completely yellow. This yellow is not as opaque as the... This is another brand of paint. This is a dollar store paint, and I'm kind of glooping it on because I want a bit of texture. That's something you can't really do in the same way with watercolor there. And I want to change the antennas too. So I'm dipping in some black. And I'm going to mix it a little bit. Let's add a bit of yellow. I don't want it completely black. I want a little, just a tiny tone. Probably look black in the camera. But I want a little tone of yellow in it. We're not friends, me and the black. I want to make them bigger. This black is a bit gloopy. This paint has been overnight, and I've been calling some insurance company. There's something wrong with my insurance for the house, for the home, so for some reason I got the wrong... I have it on auto pay, which is scary when you don't have like a regular income. It is scary. And for some reason for this month, only 2 of the insurances, I have 3 different ones, and only 2 were showing up. So it was like they were not gonna wasn't like they were gonna take money for one of them. So I don't know how to... It shows the wrong colors. Let's try this. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Oh boy, that's fun. I might have to rearrange completely and start working on another desk, because the desk that I have over there is a lot lighter and brighter. This one, I have a huge tree outside. So that was the butterfly. Let's do the bumblebee here. And we're going to completely change the colors on this one. So I'm going to go in with the lighter one first, and I'm going to make it turquoise. Because why not? So I'm going in on the yellow here with just the turquoise color. So I'm using the bumblebee here as from the napkin that I ripped out, just as a kind of a guide. And we're making a purple little bumblebee. And I want it to be thicker, so I'm adding a bit more. I'm going a bit outside the line. And we are kind of off screen. We moved you instead. There we go. Sorry, my hand is in the way. There we go. So I'm making it kind of wider because I want it wider. I want a really thick one. But I'm still using the body and the legs and stuff as a guide. So this is kind of an easy way. Like I said, with the fox, I was battling the proportions when I did the sketch. I was so fighting that. That took forever. It was actually, the squirrel was easier, and then I kind of felt I could do a bit more with the squirrel once I started to paint it and kind of adjusted and changing the background, and then you know, making it slimmer and thicker. That video is coming up on the 12th, by the way, when I'm painting that squirrel. 12th of March 2025. So, because I don't know when you are watching this video. So I'm actually gonna go in. I think I'm gonna make it brown. I don't have a brown color on my little paint slab here. This brown is quite gloopy and thick, so we'll see how this goes. So I want to make it brown. So I'm going over. Oh, this is kind of a darker brown, but do I want to use, maybe we add some yellow to the brown. So I'm kind of mixing pigments a bit here. I'm adding that, and I'm gonna add that. Let's see what we have. A lot. This is kind of a pukish one. Should add more red to it, but it's more red and more white, because now it does look great. I need some white. Maybe that's all I need. Maybe we do this and add just a little bit there. I like what I have on my paintbrush right now. Let me just wipe that off. And I'm gonna add a little bit more. Speaking of brown, so I buy from a place sometimes I buy from a place called Matsmart. It is available in Finland and Denmark. Denmark, they call it something else. I can't remember. Mutatos, something like that. Where you can buy food that is about to expire. And a lot of times they have like this really odd things. They can buy like books and stuff too there. And they have like really odd things that didn't sell in the shops, or the shop might have bought too much of and stuff like that. So sometimes you can get like rice and stuff like that really cheap, but I mostly use it to buy little oddities that I can't find in my regular shop. And this time I saw they had chocolate popcorn. And I was like, I had caramel popcorn, I had berry popcorn, and like a few other, one that was pear, like the fruit pear popcorn. And this chocolate popcorn, I was like, oh, I need to try that. And it was so nice and chocolatey. It was really nice. And I did not expect it to be it's almost like dark chocolate, which I prefer. I prefer dark chocolate over like milk chocolate any day. I'm kind of liking my bumblebee. This paintbrush and me is not friends. I think this is better for watercolor because it's very soft. It bends very fast. I want a bit stiffer brush when I'm doing with some gloopy paints. So, and I want to make the wings bright. Shall we make the wings turquoise or yellow? I'm going to try another brush here that I used yesterday. So I wipe it off so it's not too wet. Depending on what the paint is like. Let's start with yellow wings. If I change my mind, let's do them turquoise. But I'm doing, yeah, this yellow is very sheer. It's not opaque at all. You can see the lines through. Maybe that's a good thing for the wings. For the wings, that might be a good thing. Yay, we're a colorful, nice little bumblebee here. And like so. So now I'm making it thinner on purpose so I can see the lines underneath, because then I get the wings for free, kind of. Otherwise, you can go in with a fine liner and add details. So I might want to add some ice, and oh yeah, that one wasn't working. I was going to use my gold pen, but that gold pen doesn't work. I have another gold pen somewhere. I have used it. Actually, I find my silver one. I have a silver here. This gold one just blobs. I hate this one. I hate it. I can't get it to work properly. Oh, I do have a white one. We could add white details. I did find a white paint marker. It's for tires and stuff like that. And I completely forgot I had it because it was along with my garage stuff. Where is my gold? There. No? Yes. Here we have this one. Let's add some ice. There and there. Yay! I like that. My little turquoise bumblebee. So that's the way you can play with like changing colors and doing some outlines. So we are gonna do I did a few examples. Let's hop to another example. I did put a lot of these napkin things on here. I'm gonna zoom out a bit so you can see a bit better. So I did put a lot of these napkin, but I feel like I have showed you two already. Let's hop to another technique. So here I need to put my pens away. There we go. So here my coffee cup is in the way. Let's move that one over there so I don't. There we go. So here, this is kind of a long thing. I should maybe cut it off soon. But I like keeping it long because I don't know how big thing I'm gonna need. Why am I holding my pens? So here, I have used a stencil. And I've been cleaning. I put my stencils away. No, there they are. So I went in with a stencil like that and just a pen. And if you're doing watercolors this way, you can go in and paint with a stencil to kind of get an outline. Then you can use just a pencil so you can erase it. Now I'm using acrylics so I can paint over the lines. And again, I'm just using this as a guide. Kind of like when you do a sketch before painting, but I've used a stencil to get the outlines. And thinking of colors, let's use purple again because we have a lot of pink and purples going on here. So I'm doing the center line here, and as you can see on the stencil, this is not the right stencil. Yeah, it is. In the stencil, it has a little cut there on this one, and it's drawn in here, but I'm just going over there. I'm just moving over. And another thing, to keep your hand a bit steady, lean your pinky towards what you're painting. That is why I keep turning stuff upside down and inside out, because I'm left-handed and I usually put my hand in what I'm painting because I paint this way. I try to paint this way and then I end up painting that way, and then I put my hand in everything. So I'm using this as a guide, kind of. And I know there's gonna be feathers in between here. It's gonna be feathers in between here. It's not going to have these big gaps, but I am kind of just using them as a little guideline so I know how far out I'm going to go. And I'm kind of making it floofier. So like this and like this. And here it's very easy if I don't have any guideline, if I'm just doing floof, since I'm hiding what I'm painting a lot of times. But now I know exactly, I can go out there and proportions will be great still. So I will just keep going like this, like so. This will be a very floofy feather. That's the word I'm looking for. And I'm gonna go a bit closer to, I don't think, well, yeah, let's go up all the way up to the, because it's, if I do paint thinner layer, it will be less opaque, so you still will get a bit of a texture, and like so. This paintbrush is also a bit too soft for my liking. This is a paintbrush that works well with watercolor. So there. And then you can go in with a fine liner on top of it. Now I'm doing kind of a dark one, so lighter fine liner. I don't have a lighter fine liner. The thinnest I have now is this, and that's not a fine liner at all. That's a marker. Yeah. I bought the Pilot Gold one would be perfect for this if it worked the way it should, instead of just glooping and throwing paints all over the place. So now I know where to go. And again, if you're using a pen, you can always erase the lines afterwards. Now I'm kind of hiding the lines with just thicker paint. There we go. Or you can paint several layers, use different colors. I think I'm going to use that for all of these. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit different colors. I'm not going to let this, actually, that will look really great. That one didn't end up the way I wanted it. Like there. Now we have a feather. And I'm just going to add a little bit of white. Just make a little bit lighter thing. A little bit lighter. And I'm going to go over. If you let it dry completely, you will get, these strokes will be, now I want it kind of blending in, so just make little lighter areas kind of. I'm just adding while it's wet. Let it dry. I'm not too happy with this paintbrush either. I should put this with the watercolor so I know it's better for watercolor paints. It's a bit too soft. I had one the other day. Which one was that I really liked? The one that did the little hook on the end. That might have been in the squirrel video. That is yet to come up. There. So now we have, I don't know how to show you the colors. Okay, so there we have the outline. And I did another feather there, but we've done a feather, so I think I'm going to hop to this one. This is a flower, again, stencils, and it's part of a stencil. So I have this stencil, and I'm going to zoom out so you can see the stencil. There we go. So I have this one, this stencil, and I just took one of the flowers, did the outline with just a regular ballpoint pen, and if you do watercolors again, it might be better if you use a pencil so you can erase the lines. Let me see if I can find the pencil that I liked. I don't know which one it is. Could it be this one? Let's try this one. This is a bit flat. Might be. I like flat pencils because you can get a wide stroke or a thin stroke depending on how you're holding it. So let's do, shall we do a turquoise one again? Or shall we do a purple one? It's kind of mixed. We can mix colors too if we want. What happens if we do that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I like it. Okay, so again, oh, gloop. Gloop. Oh goodness, that was gloopy. That was really gloopy. Like I said, these paints have been on here overnight, so they are kind of thicker. So again, I'm just using the outlines of what I draw. Start changing anything. I'm not a friend with my lighting at all. There you can see it. So I'm just using the outline. I'm not following exactly. I'm just kind of using so I get the proportions right. So here we have one leaf. And I'm gonna go in like that. And then we have another leaf here. I'm gonna make it slightly bigger because it's a big gap there and I don't want that. So I'm just going closer to the previous leaf. Like that. And I'm going up here and I'm going closer to this leaf. They're gonna overlay. And again, what I really love about acrylics is that I can go in and change stuff. No, I'm not happy with this paintbrush. When the paint is really gloopy, it's nice to have a stiffer brush. But it's hard to find small stiff brushes that it's not like scraping. So we go do that. So that is kind of the outline that we have there. So I'm going closer to this previous, well, not leaf, petal. It's called petals, right? In English. And we go there. So I'm just using the stencil outline as kind of guides on how big I want each leaves to be to get kind of the proportions right from the start. It's a fast way to get, instead of sitting here and sketching, I just use stencil. And you can make them look very different. You can fan them out. You can use different colors. And you get a different feel. I mean, yes, you can go in and stipple and dab paint with sponge on the stencil, but you get a very different look if you paint it like this, and you can kind of personalize it a bit more. You can change the outline petals and stuff like that. Now I have the outer. Maybe I want to do a little bit lighter when I go inside here. Oops, it is very gloopy. There. Now I have a bit lighter color here. So I'm following again the stencil, kind of where the leaves are and how big they are. And since it's a different color, they can kind of fill in the gaps a bit. So now that's one leaf. And here's another one. No, petal. I keep saying leaves. I'm sorry. Petal. And here is another one. And I'm going to add a bit more white to it. Kind of like that. Add a little bit more dark here. Ooh, it's gloopy, gloopy, gloop. Like that. And let's do, I have so much gloop on my paintbrush, it's not. And we have another one here, like so. Because when the paint is really gloopy like I have now, you can really see the brush strokes, and it adds a little bit extra to it. Oh, that one did not turn out as different as I wanted it. I'm adding bit more turquoise into it, just to get a little bit different shade, like so, and so, and so. Gustus Gloop. There. And then you can go in and fiddle, and if you don't like what it looks like right now, you can go in and fiddle, change colors a bit, do some darker, do some lighter, just to add a bit more difference to the petals so they stand out more. You can outline them. Again, this would be awesome to outline with a gold fine liner. That would look so good with a gold outline to each petal. That would look so awesome. I need to buy more fine liners. Gold, silver, white. I want a white fine liner too. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, on camera, you can't see the colors on camera. Oh, goodness. So how am I going to do this? Is that better? Oh, I don't know. It looks really weird on camera. It looks really, really weird on camera. Okay, I didn't look at the screen. Now you can kind of see the color. It doesn't look the same in real life as it does on camera. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, that is one. You can use the stencils as outlines and just paint them in any way you want. And again, you can be as, you can go in here with shading, you can go in here with highlights, which I like to do. And I can sit and fiddle with stuff like this for hours and just play with colors. And acrylic dries so much faster than like oil paints or lacquer paints or anything like that. Let's hop to the next thing. So you might have a napkin. I haven't cut off the edges here. I'm gonna zoom out a bit because this is a bigger thing and we need to move you guys a little. Yeah, like that and like that. Maybe that is better. Okay, so this is very pink. It doesn't look pink on screen now that I'm looking at it, but it's very pink. But I like the birdhouses. I'm gonna fold this in. But I really like the birdhouses. I'm not a huge fan of the pink, but so what I can do is I can just go in here and repaint the birdhouses. They have their little flowers and stuff, but I'm not going to worry too much about them. I'm going to paint them in afterwards. So here I'm doing a birdhouse, and this one is turning out brown. Brown by birdhouse. I need to add some water to this paint because it's very thick. You see what I'm doing? It does look black on camera. This is brown. I hope it's just my screen playing games with me. Because, I have that kind of auto thing where it adjusts colors to the light around it. So it might be why it's looks very dark for me when I'm looking at the screen. I hope you can see the colors properly. Because the video doesn't always look the way I see it when I'm filming. And a lot of it is lighting, is fighting with the lighting. Yeah, this is a gloopy gloop. So I'm gonna fill in this birdhouse, that birdhouse, and that birdhouse, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here I filled in the birdhouses that we just saw, and in brown, and I can go in now and do little vines, I can do little flowers, I can paint trees behind them. They can be standing on like little poles, so I can make poles under here, and I can just do anything. But I used the birdhouse napkin as a kind of a template. So for this one, I kept the birdhouse, but I went in and painted the background instead. That gives a totally different feel to it too. This one, I went in with a fine liner. So I mentioned I was going to do fine liner. And I did half of this little swirl bush in fine liner just so you could see the difference. This one I just did in fine liner. It's no acrylic paint, nothing like that. And it's just cheapo fine liners, different types of pens with fine lines. And this is the original napkin. It's very pink, very colorful. So if you like the pattern but you don't like the colors, you can go in and paint with fine liners, acrylics, anything like that. I also done a few other touch-ups. So with this one I went in with the black fine liner so you can get more definition to the leaves, the petals. I keep saying leaves. And I went in a little bit on this one too, to give it a bit of black strokes like that, and did a fine line across the center here with black too, just to kind of emphasize it. I didn't want to do the outline. I just did a few little black strokes, and it gave it a bit more definition. We're going to do this one next, but I just want to show you. So for this butterfly, I went in with silver pen, just this one, just a cheap metallic craftwork pen. And afterwards I went in with black acrylic paints and did the body and a little bit of flare and stuff. After that I went in with a black fine liner because I didn't like it. I wanted it to pop a bit more. And for this little bumblebee I went in with simple just black fine liner to emphasize the black parts. Also made it a bit chubbier because I like them very chubby. And I went in with an orange, just regular kids little fine marker, and did the orange pop a little bit more. For this rose here, you see the difference. I just went in with a black and a red fine liner. And you see the difference between the roses. This one pops a lot more. And one thing to think about when you're doing, I'm going to zoom in on this one. Oh, wow. It's light. You can see what I'm doing. Yay! So when I go in with red, oh, see, this is so far away. I need to lean in a bit. It's kind of tricky for me to see because I get a lot of glare. So when I do, first of all, I follow the edges, because even though it doesn't show up a lot now, it will show up in the end. And when I have, like for here, I don't know how well that shows, but I went outwards because that's the way I would draw it. Let's show on this one. I think we can see it better on this one here. So you see the lines go this way and kind of curved. So that's where I'm going with the red pen too, to kind of emphasize that. And I have a red line here, and I'm going to go with the outline red, and then I'm going to go in with black. So I kind of darken it sort of, and I'm working with the movement. I don't go over it like that, the whole thing. I just follow the little red parts. So for this leaf, for example, it's kind of small and it's like that. So I do, I don't know if this makes sense. So I kind of follow the shapes that are there, rather than just going like colored in this way. I kind of follow the shape because that would emphasize which way the petal curls and where it goes, and kind of like that. And then I follow the outline. I'm gonna go follow the outline with black too, but I feel it gives a little bit different feel to it if I do it with red first. Then I just hop in with the black fine liner. There, now we're in frame. And I go and outline each petal. No, my fine liner doesn't want to work there. This one is, the nib is kind of, I have to hold it very straight for it to work, and it's a bit annoying. I need to get more fine liners. I use them up very fast. Use them a lot, and especially on surfaces that like this where it's a bit rough. And same when I'm doing it with watercolor papers and like rougher papers. This nib get worn out quite fast, and then the kind of the sides of the nib stops working first, so only the center kind of works. It's very strange, and I can't really see what I'm doing because I'm a bit far away. I usually lean in a lot more when I do this. like that. And you continue the whole thing. You can change the color slightly. I'm gonna go in here with purple now and kind of show you. With fine liners, you get a bit tone of the background, but you can change the color of a flower, but it won't be in the same way you do it with acrylic paints. But not everyone have acrylic paint, so fine liners, like these are cheaper fine liners that I just bought from a place called Biltema in Swedish, and they work. You don't need, I mean, this is just a kid's pen. You can buy them super cheap at like dollar store and Walmart, and they work. They are not the absolute best, but they work for stuff like this. No, I'm going in here with just a purple pen. Can't really see what I'm doing. I need to lean it a bit. And so I'm kind of following the petals. And I'm doing that one a little bit bigger. So you will still see the red background, the base color on the napkin when you go in with the fine liner. Like this. If you have paint markers, that's a different story again. Then it's almost like, well, it is acrylic paint basically in a pen. I would like to have a lot of those. I don't think they come in this kind of super fine liner thing. So you will still see the red from the flower underneath, but you have changed the color of it. Good. Now this one, I went in with the cheaper gold pen. I just here, this one, just a cheap one I bought in the grocery store. It was a set with a silver and a gold pen. It's just cheaper one. And I went in and I did a little bit of gold, and on this side I went in with paint marker, just like, not paint marker, sorry, these cheap fine liners. So I did one side and you can see the difference. This one I already put on the gold. So I go in the direction that the wing is going. As you can see, the wing kind of goes this way, and you have already in the napkin some lines there. So I keep going in that direction because suddenly you don't, it's like subconsciously you see the lines. You don't really see the lines, but it's kind of, if I go like this, you will notice it. It is noticeable. And I also go into the gold a little bit just to give it a bit of a softer edge, a bit of a transition, kind of fading. I don't want to turn too much because I still have I can move my paints. I don't need them here right now. Let me move them out of the way so I can turn a bit better. So I'm going like this, where I want the purple. And I'm also going to go over this part because you have some see-through parts and I want to flare into the gold. Like so. Just a little bit. Not too much. Just a little bit. Because it doesn't really stick to the gold. Gold, in this case, leaves a bit of a shiny surface. So it's doesn't really give that much, but it gives a little bit of a tone, a little bit of a flare. Then I'm going with my black fine liner, and we're off camera again. See, this so far away. And why am I having the drawer open? I don't need to do that. We're not using that today. And I'm just going in, following the edges. You know what? I have another one. Let's use that one. There, this one's better. Now I can lean my hand a bit more. And I'm not doing a straight line. I'm kind of doing a bit of jagged line because I don't want the edge to be there's hardly any butterfly wings that are completely smooth. And I'm also doing this line, even though right now you can kind of see it because it's a bit wet still, but it's barely gonna show up when the black is dry. But it gives, you can kind of see it, but also not. I can't explain. It's like subconsciously you can see the lines and the background and everything. And I'm gonna leave the body. I'm just gonna do a few little things. So I'm gonna leave the body pretty much as is there. And here I have the bumblebee, and I have already done that side. So I've done half of it with a black fine. Hang on. Let me show it a little bit better. So this part I have gone over with the black fine liner, just to emphasize a little bit. It's a very subtle difference, and this part I haven't. It's a subtle difference, but it's there. So I'm gonna do this side now and see if you can notice a difference. I used this one. Oh, oops, sorry. I used this one first, but now I'm using this one. It's just two cheapo fine liners, nothing too expensive. And you don't have to have a lot of colors on your fine liner. A black one and one in your favorite color is perfect. That's a start. And then you can aim for maybe a white, a gold, a silver, because those are really useful. So there we have that one. I can go in and do a little bit of squiggles for the wing too, just to do it. I'm going to do a little bit more on this one. There we go. I'm going to outline the wing a little bit more. There. And on this one, again, I've done that one in black outline, and it's the difference between the sides are very subtle, but it's there. Kind of, how can I say, it kind of cleans up the edges a bit. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of cleaning off the edges. Let's see if I can. There, and I'm just kind of going around it. And I'm doing kind of sketchy moves. It's not just kind of, so it's not like a perfect outline. You can do a perfect, you know, the very, you know, how am I explaining? A very smooth line. You can do that if you want to, but I don't feel like that is what I want there. So there. And we are gonna go back to the feather. We went over there, and we went over that, and here I went in with a silver pen, and I'm actually gonna do, silver pen wasn't fully dry, so now I'm gonna go in and just do a little more lines. You can do like more veiny things if you want to, kind of like that, like that. And you can do your butterfly in gold or silver, doesn't really matter. But it is a fast way if you don't have acrylic. I feel metallic pens usually cover a lot more than, I like that. I like that. Oh, you can. Okay, so now we're gonna do this. So I stenciled this one with, no, actually, we're gonna do, where's my pen? This was not it. Oh, where are you? Where are you? There you are. So I did the outline with this, just a regular pencil. Well, actually, this is 4-color one. So I did the outline with the stencil and this pen on black. Now so now I know kind of where I want this edge to be. You know, how long I want each little thing that's sticking out. Okay, so now I'm just going in with the same pen. Yes, pen. And I'm following where they are. And I'm kind of following the direction, because down here you could see in the stencil that the feather thingies are going this way, and then here they start to go upwards. So that's what I'm following now. So now we're going slight bends upwards, and Can't really see what I'm doing. I have very much of a glare here. So I'm going in from the center and out and making this part a bit darker by just doing more strokes in here. And then I'm doing the longer strokes. Getting a bit of a cramp in my hand. There. And this one is going kind of like up this way. And you see this one is going up that way. So that's the tip of our feather. I was about to say paintbrush. Feather. So I'm kind of, now I have the base of what I want it to look like. Now I can go in and do more from center out. Now I find feathers are pretty easy to just sketch on your own, so I don't really do, that's the wrong angle for my hand. I'm sorry, I'm turning it around. Don't forget to turn your papers around. It's got to be comfortable to sketch or you won't do as much. And a lot of not paint, why am I saying paintbrush? A lot of feathers have like this little gaps in them. So I'm doing one of those gaps now. So these are gonna be all going towards the same kind of tip there. And now I have the sun in my eyes. Oh, great. I'm happy that I have sun, but not in my eyes. It doesn't have to be my eyes. And again, you can go in with more colors. I'm just doing the base now, and this one I went a bit overboard because I can't quite see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna add, so I went a bit too long here. Let's see how you can see it there. You see, I went a bit too long here. I should have stopped here. So that would be the edge. So I'm just going to change the tip and move it slightly further up. So I went a bit over the top there. So I'm going to go like this and make a new tip. So I'm adding. And there we have a feather. And I'm actually going to go in with another color. I'm not going to grab the purple. Let's add a pink because we have a lot of pink in the background. This is just a regular, just to add a bit of a color pop. I'm not sure this one even works. Let me test it on some paper. Yeah, it works. Okay. Because I have such a glare and sun in my eyes, so I can't quite see what I'm doing. Now the ink wasn't completely dry, so I'm smearing it a little bit, but I don't mind. I'm just giving it a bit of a color pop. And again, I'm following the shape of the feather. I'm following the strands instead of going this way. I'm kind of following the feather bristles. I don't know what to call them. There we go, and it gives it a bit of a color pop here. You can go in with more colors. You can go in, if you have a fine liner in like silver or gold, you can add a little swoosh if you want to. My silver and gold is not fine liners. I actually want to add some more phrase down here at the bottom. So I'm just going in and doing a little bit of this kind of feathery thing, very feathery things on the feather. Yes. Let's add a bit of pink to them. There. There we go. And I'm following the center thingy too. And there you have a feather painted with a stencil. And you can't really see the stencil underneath, can you? And the same for that one. That one I went with paint, and that one is with pen and fine liners. So, and that one is with acrylic. And I use stencil as the kind of template. So I want to go with this one again because I feel it lacks some stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, can you see me? There you are. So I'm going to add very bright color pop there. Then I'm going to add a few little things with this guy. And usually I do these type of decorations once I know what journal it's going into. Oh, this is, I feel like gloopy is the word of the day. So there and there and there and there and oops. Oh, this is not going well. Oh, actually, let's do that. Let's do like that, and we can do a little, give it a little sheen all around and kind of just smush it a little bit. Oops, now I'm glittering my desk too. Adding some little sparkles. I can do like the outside darker petals here. Let's do them. I like stickles. They're fun. There. I would really love a white fine liner. I would love a white fine liner. Okay, lid. Yeah. So we have some sparkles. I do want a white fine liner, but I do have a black. So let's try. Let's see if we can use the other one and see what we can do. So I want a bit darker here where they kind of goes in under the other petals. So I'm going just adding a bit of dark shadow thing there to give it a bit of a contrast. I just wish I could see what I'm doing. It's very hesitant because I'm gold everywhere. Where's the difference there? Where's the difference? Where's the different petals? Kind of like that. And we're following that, and that goes down there. Because that is the kind of dark spots where this petal is going under that petal. So I'm doing a little bit of shading. I guess that's what I'm doing. Then I want to go in and do highlights, but again, I don't have a white fine liner. That would be very nice to have. Kind of like that, and this is where that one is overlapping there. So you can sit and fill with this stuff as much as you like. It is fun. And it's also mindfulness. I mean, it's like those grown-up coloring books. You just sit and follow shapes. Kind of like that. Let's make that into another leaf. Petal. Sorry. And this one is a big one. There. Kind of follow that. And we kind of go. This one is a bit shaded there. Let's do a little bit more shading. And I can sit and fiddle with stuff like this, and you get very subtle, but you get a difference. And here again, we have the kind of darker spot here. Oh, we have a darker spot here. I can't see what I'm doing. I actually see better on screen than I do in real life. That one is following there. I can't see. There, and we get some there, and this bright spot in the middle, we add some dots to it, and there we go. We added some little more character to our flower. And again, same here, we can go in and do some outlines. Now if you want to do vines on here, these markers, if I go on with green now, you're gonna see the background. It's not gonna show up too well unless you have paint markers that have actually acrylic paint in them. I don't think alcohol markers would show up that well on them, because alcohol marker you can still see through them. Kind of follow the hole here, there, kind of outlined it a little bit. There, and I'm going to outline this one. Now for this one is lighter and it does have some wood in it, so I'm gonna hang on, let me do this stuff first before I, there. So I am gonna go in and kind of mark little woody lines like that. And I'm gonna outline this part too. There. Now that one has a bit more oomph to it. And I'm doing the same. This one got this chimney because there was a bird up here. And I simply just covered the bird with the chimney. I know birdhouses don't have chimneys, but sometimes we want to make them a little bit more whimsical. It's not a very whimsical chimney, but it's kind of fun. And I'm outlining here, and I'm outlining here, and I'm doing this there too. And I'm going to go in with some little wood stripes here too, because it's a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to add a little bit of shadow up here, because this roof is hanging over, so it's going to give a bit of a shadow to the birdhouse wall, I guess. And we're going to do this there. I can't see what I'm doing. It's there. Oh. Okay, and I did a little like brick thingy there too. I'm gonna add a few more these things there. There. Now we have that birdhouse. And I think you can, should work, add like little, let's say we have a branch coming in here. So you can go in and do like little leaves and so on. But you, with fine liners, if you have the motif, the image, painted like this dark, if I go over it with green, you won't see the green. So I would have to do the vines with acrylic paint or something that really covers. Or you can just go in and do like, if you have a fine liner with metallic, like silver or gold, they usually cover well, very well. And I think I said that. Keep repeating myself. So you can do like background branches. For this one, I can also outline or just emphasize. I can do what I did for this one on this one and just emphasize. I can go in with, yeah, let's do this screen. So I can do, kind of fill in this little vine so it pops a bit more. And like that, and like that. Yeah, again, I can't see what I'm doing, so I hope it's turning out okay. And like that. Now you can see this one a bit more. Kind of pops, and we're gonna add some red for the berries. Where's my red? I had it. I just had it. It's one of these. Okay, it's oh, I have a Sharpie. Let's use the Sharpie. I hope it works. Ooh, I hate Sharpies because they keep bleeding on me and doing this kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the berries really red. Oh, I don't like Sharpies, and now I'm gonna have a lot of red Sharpie on my fingers. There. Now we have very red berries. I feel the bird's beak is kind of lost there, so I'm gonna give it little black outline, maybe the whole bird, and we're giving it a little bit of outline, giving it a bit more flavor, I guess, just giving it a bit more like feathery. We're adding a big eye, we're adding a beak. Oops. Giving it a bit more belly, and we can give it a little stick to sit on. I can't see what I'm doing. So now it has some legs. There, it's a little thing to sit on. I want to make the roof red, very red. Let's grab this again. And let's do, so you can really change the look of your napkins. Think of them as the underlaying sketch, and you can completely paint over them. We did this kind of thing with our Christmas cards. I feel I want to add something a little bit more oomphy. I want to make the whole black. Maybe it's a bit too dark, but hey, we're gonna go with it. I feel the whole needs to be black. Like so. There. And you can keep on fiddling. What else do I want to do? You know, you can outline the whole house. You can do whatever you want there. And here again, this one I painted, and here I can go in. You know, you can really change your napkin, because here is the original napkin, and that's fine liner, only fine liner here. This one, the background is acrylic, and then I went on the birdhouse with fine liner. These are the birdhouses in acrylic. That's acrylic and fine liner and some stickles. This is a pen and fine liner. That's acrylic and fine liner. That's a silver pen and a little bit of acrylic and fine liner, so I kind of mix it all. That's fine liners. This and this and this is fine liner. So you can change your napkins, your images, and I mean, it doesn't have to be a napkin, it doesn't have to be a stencil, it can be just any image, and you can go in and use carbon paper. Now, I was going to show you carbon paper, but I cannot find it. I had one that is very well used, and now it's kind of drowned. So what I was going to do, can't be too far away. Cannot be too far away. My chair is sounding kind of funny. And again, you can use any type of napkin that kind of fits your image. Go in and enhance it with acrylics, fine liners, markers, pens, whatever you choose. I'm going to zoom out a bit because we're a bit too close. Ooh, that's the wrong way around. So there. You can use any type of, I mean, you can put this in the background and you can go in with fine liners, acrylics, whatever you choose. Here is the one with the bumblebees, and let me show you the difference here. Let's get back to this part. So this is that butterfly. That's the original, and that's when I went in with gold pen and fine liner. And I don't have the purple one left. Wait, we have it in the book. We have it in the big book. We have it in the big book. Where's the big book? I just had it. I just showed it to you and said it's too big. Be in frame. Okay, so this is this butterfly here. You can see the difference. Zoom in a bit. Like that. You can see the difference there. That's just what's it called? And this is the same one, but with silver acrylic and fine liner. That's the same one. And this is this one, and it's quite a big of difference. So this is just decoupaged on the scrap paper, and these are enhanced. And here you have the bumblebees. I'm gonna show this there. There's the difference there. And then we have the other one where I went in with fine liner and just enhanced the colors a bit. And what else do we have here? Have we done? No, we haven't done those. Yeah, anyway, so that's how you can enhance. Oh, wait, we have those. We have those, but you also have them in the, with the fine liner, I enhanced that one. So don't forget to use your napkins and your stencils. You don't have to, like, some stencils, when you go over it and just stipple on top of it, it can bleed. And one of the things you can do then is just to go in with a pen or a pencil and just do the outline paint it in and make it your own. So that was it for today. We have now done declutter for, in this video, we have done day 25, day 26, and day 27. And tomorrow I have a feeling it's going to be way more than 28 days of declutter. We have done quite a lot today. Oh, wait. Ah, ooh, wait. Okay. So I tried this and it kind of works. We'll see. Yeah, it works. It's gonna work. Okay, so what I did is I just put this one at the distance I wanted, and to hold it in place and make it easier for myself as I was putting this on, I added, actually they can be quite close. We get quite a lot of movement, so I'm gonna clip this part and I'm gonna clip this part. My hands doesn't really like me because I did all the braiding. Yeah, so I have been debating what to use for the string here, and I've been testing, you know, ribbons, and I've been testing all of this stuff. And first I was thinking this. I braided the thick one with 2 other, and I thought, yeah, that could look nice, but in the end I chose to braid 3 different embroidery floss, so they are kind of matching with this. It's not the exact same color. And first time, since this is going to be the inside, I wanted this to be on the outside, and I did it the wrong way around first. So now I know I need to start at the top from the inside of the book because of the number of holes, because you're going to end up in different places depending on the holes you have. This is a bit too long. I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. Okay, so I have some glue on my, just a little bit of glue on my finger, just to make it easier on myself. And I'm gonna cut it off later, because I found it was really tricky to get it through the holes with this, even though the holes are quite big. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, not too much, because I know myself. I am gonna go off, because this was a bit fiddly, because it's so small and light. So I'm just gonna do, these are gonna get cut off later. I'm not gonna keep them in that. So I start at the top and I'm going in through these. I have glue on my fingers and I'm getting stuck on everything. So I am going in through here, and I'm kind of keeping it, making sure that the end of the braids are at the same place. These ends are not at the same length, but the end of the braid is about the same place. And I'm going in through here. Oops, I'm going in through here, and then I'm going in through here, and I'm going to turn it around, moving these guys out of the way. And again, I'm checking the end of the braids here, and I'm pulling through, and I'm going quite tight because I have a feeling this is going to get looser over time. And we're going in through here and in through here, and we're turning it around, double checking. Yes, we're still, and we're going in. So I'm basically just crisscrossing them, and we're crossing over here, and we're flipping it over, and I'm pulling it a little tight, and we're going in through there, and we're going in through here. There we go. And we're going around to this side, and we're gonna tie it up. So I'm pulling it, making sure everything is tight. Now that it's slid together, so this side might be a bit tighter, because as you can see here, as I'm moving these are getting looser. So I'm actually gonna move them slightly apart just like that. And I'm gonna tighten it. And we're doing 1 knot, and we're doing 2 knots. And I'm removing the clamps. And there you have it. We have a cover. I'm gonna decide later what I'm gonna do with this, but I think we're gonna sew in the pages now. And for the pages, I chose this. I have the green braided into, but I'm just gonna go with these two. It might be too thick to go in with two threads when I have such small pages. Where did I put the needle? There. I'm gonna go in with the sharp needle, I think. I'm not gonna use the thicker needle. No, I'm not. I need my threader. Oops. Actually, I'm gonna use that needle instead. Oops, now I'm dropping all my needles. I'm doing that needle and this. There we go. So I'm going slightly thicker needle. And I didn't even hit the hole with the threader. There we go. Sometimes it can be tricky. I'm also getting really hungry. It's been a while since we had breakfast. And I have the sun straight in my face. I'm going to show you. Just like... Oh. Sorry, I need to zoom out. That's what I got in my face. And then we have that one on. And we have this one on. And then we have another one up here. So bright. Let's move you back here and let's zoom. There we go. Now you can kind of see it. There we go. And we're gonna go from the outside in. So let me just double check so I have it. That one is the right side up, yes. And that one is the right side up, yes. Which one do I want? Yeah, let's go with this one. Checking where I want them, and I'm going in through the center. Actually, this one is the one that I made. It's gonna be the bottom hole. Yeah, there. I accidentally made the wrong thing, but the thread is gonna cover that. So just checking so I don't lose the end there. Now I have a lot of strings here to kind of keep an eye on, so I'm gonna do that just to make sure I keep it in place and don't lose the end. And I'm gonna go up through the top. You can go to the bottom, doesn't really matter. Just double checking that I'm in the right hole here. And we're gonna go through here, in through the bottom there, and we're gonna go up again. Made the holes in the papers a bit too tight, so I'm making it bigger with the needle itself. Why can't I get through there? And we're gonna go in through here and out here. Okay, I need to adjust this quite a lot. And I want that thread on this side. It's a bit fumbly. There we go. There we go. So now I have one on each side. And as you can see, this is longer, so I'm gonna just pulling the wrong side here. So pulling that one makes that one shorter, and pulling that one that makes it longer. Now we are kind of where we want it to be. And we're gonna tighten it up, checking that it's tight, making our little knot. And this is now since I'm tying on the both sides of this one, that's gonna keep this in place. So now we have some more threads here. Oh, we're gonna have so much thread to play with. Now we can remove these. There. And we do the same thing like we always do. We do the smushy part. Oh, okay, so these are gonna be very, very movable. Okay. Well, okay. It's still a fun journal. You might get less movement if you tie strings from hole to hole and tie it together, and then the next hole and tie it together. I think you're gonna get less movement doing that. But I kind of like the shoelace effect. That's what I was after. That was the idea I had, to get this kind of shoelace effect. But I think if you tie this hole to that hole and make a knot and tie it together, and then these two and tie together, and I think you're gonna get less of this going on. But ooh, I tied the pages in almost too tight. It's very stiff. Ooh, quite a lot of pages. Let's sew the other one in. I'm just gonna clamp this out of my way. Clamp. Don't forget to use your clamps. Let's see what's upside and what's downside. We have text on this one, so it's gonna be this way and that way. Yes. Where did I put my threads? Disappeared on me. There. There it is. There it is. There, and we have the needle. These are not the same. Sometimes it's really fiddly to do this. Sometimes it just works. And I'm going to use my threader. There. And we're going to go from the outside in. There. Yeah, checking. And making sure I don't go through all the way, but I'm actually leaving some part there, and I'm pinning that. And I'm going to go out through the top. There, I'm going out through the top. You can go through the bottom, it doesn't really matter. And it's stuck around there. There we go. And we're going in there, and we're going out here. Oh goodness. There. There we go. And we're gonna go in through the center again. And we'll go out there. It was really easy now that it's so. And here again, I have there. I have this one there. So this one goes on this side. Then I'm coming out with this one on this side. And now I'm checking the length, and I'm pulling it tighter. There we go, checking. The light one is a bit looser, so I'm gonna grab just the light one and pull that one a little bit. There we go. And it's tight enough for my taste. And we're doing a knot. And we're doing another knot. There we go. And we have the pages. And you see, that one we smushed the pages, and this one we haven't. See how it want to stand? So that is why we grab like that, and we smush it so it lies better on both sides. And I'm doing a few more pages, and we're moving like that. Do a bit more. Doing a few pages on the other way. Doing a few pages that way. There's a lot of pages in this one, but it's so cute. I like this one. And again, when I'm folding them this way, I kind of do a little bit of a push, so I get a little bit of a bump there, so it's not too tight of a fold. So I kind of, you see that difference there? See, I get that, and I do that the whole way. But not too big of a bump. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. I'm doing the same this way. I'm kind of giving it a little bit of a, can you see that? I don't push it flat. I kind of give it a little bit of a bump. It's a very little bump there, and that's where I smush it. Because then it folds in a different way, and it leaves a bit more space for the other pages to move around. So there we have our little, oh, there's a lot. We can do a lot of fun things with these. Should we put beads on all of them? You can put beads on all of these in the center here, maybe, because this is so thick and stiff. Yeah, this is, I want some type of closure, because I feel like we have so much stuff here that doing a wraparound might not work. This, I mean, we could, I guess, make like some wraparound like that, but it's gonna be I actually kind of like that combination. I don't know. Well, that's a thing for another day. I will see you again tomorrow. We have tested quite a lot today. This is going to be a very long video again. And yeah, this is done. The framing is done. Now we have the decoration of the pages, and I like it. This is like this, and I did it tight, but it has to be kind of leave, because otherwise it won't lie flat. But it does have a lot of movement like this, and I think you can get rid of that if you tie it hole by hole. But I like the look of this, so I'm gonna keep it this way. I'm actually gonna keep it this way. Yes, really like it. I like it. I like it. Wonder how the light is if I turn these off now. Yeah. And this video is coming up on the 12th, and that's also going to be a very long video. So we'll see what we do with all these nice strings and how we're going to play with this. Okay, I like this. I'm very happy with the result, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 28 of 28 days of decluttering. And I'm quite excited. I have another plan for tomorrow. I hope we get to it. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.